आता भारत लोकवादी पक्ष आपल्या विषयाचे सादरीकरण करेल. माननीय पंतप्रधान ऋग्वेद ओत्री यांना विनंती आहे की त्यांनी आपला विषय मांडावा.
A very good morning to one and all present here. Honorable Chairperson, Honorable Parliament members and opposition party leaders. I, Rigved Otari, Prime Minister of Bharat Lokavadi Party, am here before you to discuss on this very sensitive and important topic which has emerged in front of India as a great problem in past few years. That is unemployment, job creation versus lack of sincerity and hard work. So let us begin from the beginning, right? What is unemployment? Unemployment is a situation when a person actively searches for a job but is unable to find it. Now, it might even surprise some of you to hear that there are even types of unemployment. Majorly, there are 6 types of unemployment in India. The first one is disguised unemployment. In this kind of unemployment, people are employed more than actually needed, which in terms decreases the productivity. Second one is structural unemployment. In this type of unemployment, there is a mismatch between the worker skill and the availability of the jobs in the market. Many people in India do not get jobs which are matching to their skills. Now, I want you all to remember this one as we will be discussing about it later. The third one is seasonal unemployment. As the name suggests, people are unemployed for a particular season or a particular time of year. Fourth, it is technological unemployment, where people lose their job due to advancement in technology. It is calculated that nearly 69% of jobs are under possible threat from automation. Fifth one is cyclical unemployment, the unemployment caused due to business cycles, where the number of unemployed head rises during declines and recessions. Such can be experienced nowadays in the IT sector. And the last one is frictional unemployment. In this kind of unemployment, people are unemployed for a short span of time between searching for a job or switching between them. It is also considered as a voluntary unemployment, as the reason behind unemployment is not the shortage of jobs, but in fact, the worker themselves quit the job in search of better opportunities. Now, in India, this problem of unemployment greatly intensified during the year 2020-21, that is the period of COVID-19 pandemic. According to the information provided by Center for Monitoring Indian Economy, that is CMIE, the unemployment rate in India shoot up from 6.5% in March 2021 to 8% in April to 14.7% by the May end, while the employment rate fell from 37.6% in March to 36.8% in April. According to the latest information provided by CMIE, the unemployment rate in December 2022 was 8.3%, and the youth unemployment rate in India 2021 was 28.26%, which is the highest since 1991. Now, after having understood the problem, now it is important that we know the reasons behind this problem. The very first one is the large population of India. The current population of India is 140.76 crores, and it is estimated that India will be the country with highest population by 2024, surpassing China. But now we will be emphasizing on the causes for structural unemployment. And the foremost amongst them is lack of vocational skills or low educational levels of the working population. Huge workforce of India is informally employed as there are lack of skills and education. Now, an informal economy is part of any economy that is neither taxed nor monitored by any form of government. Now, nearly 80% of the Indian workforce is informally employed. Now, why are skills important for employment? Employability skills can be defined as skills needed by an individual to make him employable. Along with good technical understanding and subject knowledge, the employers often outline a set of skills that they want from an employee. Skilled workers have skill and expertise to get a job well done, and they also keep their customers satisfied. A study reveals that nearly 33% of students in India are unemployed because of lack of skills. The jobs in the capitalist world have become highly specialized, and the education system does not provide the right training and specialization. Thus, many people who are willing to work become unemployable due to lack of skills. There are even many people who do not have any idea of the variety of the jobs available. Limited information and unawareness about the choices available lead to overcrowding of candidates. Many people are attracted only to highlighted jobs, whether it may be of their interest or not. Youth prioritize easy work while searching for jobs. In the past 8 years, nearly 22 crore applications were made for government jobs when there were actually only 7.2 lakh available. If you calculate, this ratio becomes 1:300. That is, out of 300 candidates, only one will be selected. A similar scenario can be seen in the IT sector. Nearly 50 to 70% of students take up engineering after their secondary education, when there are several other jobs which are in increasing demand, like customer relationship manager, technical writer, graphic designer, legal counsel, advertising and media professional, digital marketing strategist, and many more. While IT and the medical industry experience overcrowding, industries like transportation, healthcare and assistance industry, and accommodation and food industry are suffering from labor loss. All these things have adverse effect on the Indian economy. The problem of unemployment gives rise to problem of poverty. Young people are, after a long time of unemployment, engage themselves in illegal and unethical activities of earning money. Unemployment explained 8.76% of criminal activities taking place in India. The standard of living remains low due to unemployment. It also affects the society and disturbs the economic balance of the country. Unemployed people become a liability to the country. Now, after having given a deep thought towards the topic and having acknowledged the problem, our government have come up with some of the solutions to the problem, which would definitely help our country overcome it. Firstly, we will encourage more and more people to come up with their own startups. Startups help in generating employment and is wealth creation. The aim behind encouraging startups is development and innovation of products and services and increasing the employment rate in India. Government has started many initiatives in order to encourage startups and increase production. The government has launched Atmanirbhar Bharat Mission and Make in India program with the aim of transforming India into a global manufacturing and design export hub. Schemes like Aspire, Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana, multi-grant scheme, single point registration scheme had made India third largest startup ecosystem across the globe. There are over 100 unicorns and more than 60,000 startups operating within territory. For instance, startups are eligible for a variety of benefits under the Startup India Action Plan, including tax incentives and exemptions, loans at reduced interest rates, skill development programs, etc. Second, as we saw that the main reason behind structural unemployment is lack of skills. People are unemployed even though they are highly educated. Thus, skill development is really necessary to fight this problem of unemployment. Thus, our government had decided to start an initiative called Pradhan Mantri Prashikshan Yojana. In this initiative, government will have coordination with different companies. The companies will let the government know the need of employees and the required skill set in them. Accordingly, training camps will be started at different regions in India. In these camps, unemployed people from the age group of 25 to 40 will be given training and offered job opportunities after their training is complete. The motto of this initiative will be Prashikshanat Pravinyam, that is excellence through training. The main motive of this program will be skill development. This program will be carried out under the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. Third, our government will try to attract more and more foreign companies to invest in India and start their business here. Now there are mainly two types of entry strategy for foreign business to come in India. The first is registration and the second is establishing a branch or a factory of it. Foreign company gains a lot of advantages in setting up their production in India, and the foremost amongst them is cheap labor. In return, India is also benefited in many ways. With more and more companies and factories, the employment opportunities also increases in India, and also the government is economically benefited as it gets 5% to 20% tax depending upon the expense and the profit of the company. Fourth, we have decided to start an official website of government where companies and employers who are in search of employees would upload their job vacancies and required skills for it. people who are in search of jobs could take help of this website and find jobs which are of their interest and apply for them. Fifth, continuous research in the education system will be made by different government bodies like NCERT, AIU, and CSIR, and according to their suggestions, changes will be brought in education system to make it more practical based. Sixth, many students are unable to find their likings and their passion in the early stages. Less than 10% of them can define their career path. Thus, an aptitude test will be made mandatory for all the students who have passed 10th and 12th. Also, as we discussed, students are unaware of the variety of jobs available. Thus, to make them aware, career guidance session will be conducted for students by industry experts and counselors, where students could get proper guidance about it. These are some of the schemes that our government want to take into action. I hope I have been successful in expressing my views in front of you clearly. There is a huge misconception in the minds of people that there are less employment opportunities considering the large population of India. But if you calculate the employment opportunities and compare them with the working class, you will find that the opportunities are more than necessary. There are several other reasons too. In such case, we cannot think of about one reason neglecting the others. So it is not whether it is job creation or lack of sincerity and hard work which is responsible for unemployment, but it is how we tackle it. Thank you. Jai Hind.
यानंतर प्रश्नोत्तरांची वेळ सुरू होत आहे. पक्षाच्या नावाची घोषणा केल्यानंतर त्याच पक्षाच्या प्रतिनिधीने आपला प्रश्न विचारावा. हार्मनी इंडिया पक्ष,
Respected Prime Minister, as you are saying, the foreign countries will invest in our nation as building their industries. If foreign countries are set up in India, economy of India will drain to foreign countries. It will not help in the economic development of our country. In fact, it will increase the, we can say that it will decrease the economic development of our own country.
भारत एकता पक्ष,
My name is Darshit. My question is, how will you change the trends of realms to obtain an equilibrium in choosing career or streams or specializations?
इंडियन यूथ पक्ष,
Honorable Prime Minister, my question to you is, the people who are unemployed can get indulged in the criminal activities. So unemployment leads to increase in crime rate. What you will do to prevent this?
अगत भारत पक्ष,
Hello, respected Prime Minister. What changes will you do to make more practical education to tackle unemployment?
भारत आरोहण पक्ष,
No question.
Okay.
सर्वांचे प्रश्न विचारून झाले आहेत. माननीय पंतप्रधानांनी उत्तरे द्यावीत अशी मी त्यांना विनंती करते.
So the first question was, if foreign companies start their business in India, then the Indian economy will drain to that country. So if we see, it is beneficial for both the countries. Even the company will be benefited as they get land, they get cheap labor. Then the country will be benefited, and even we will be benefited as employment opportunities will be created. That is, which is our main aim. And also we get tax. And if we compare the tax for industries, they earn heavy profit, and even 5% to 20% is a huge amount of that. Then the question, so, oh yes, I would like to have more explanation about the question, as we really didn't get it. The next one was, what changes will you do to tackle the problem of how will you tackle the problem of criminal rate? So it is of course a thing, if we develop more, generate more employment opportunities, people will get employed, and if they are employed, why would they get involved in criminal activities? So that is our whole speech about how to generate employment opportunities, which will be and answer to all your questions. And the next question, the next. What changes will you make in the education system to make it more practical based? And so there are many such ways to make it more practical based, and which will be studied, which I told you, like different institutions like NCERT, AIU. They will give us suggestions, and as per their suggestions, if it is approvable, we will approve it. And the last, yes.
माननीय पंतप्रधानांची उत्तरे देऊन झाली आहेत. आता ज्यांनी प्रश्न विचारले आहेत त्या 5,000 कृपया उभे राहावे. आता पंतप्रधान आणि माननीय खासदार यांना एकत्रित चर्चेसाठी 3 मिनिटांचा अतिरिक्त कालावधी देण्यात येत आहे. कृपया चर्चेस सुरुवात करावी.
माझा प्रश्न असा आहे की तुम्ही एम्प्लॉयमेंट दिल्यानंतर तो क्रिमिनल ॲक्टिव्हिटीजमध्ये जाणार नाही. एम्प्लॉयमेंट द्यायच्या आधी तो काय करेल? क्रिमिनल ॲक्टिव्हिटीजमध्येच जाईल ना. तर ते प्रिव्हेंट करण्यासाठी तुम्ही काय कराल?
The first thing we want to do is increase the employment opportunities. If there are less employment opportunities, the people will not have income. So the first thing we want to do and focus right now is increasing the employment opportunities.
पण जर तुम्हाला क्राईम रेट्स डिक्रीज करायची असेल तर तुम्हाला पोलीस फोर्समध्ये एम्प्लॉयमेंट वाढवायला हवी. तर ती वाढवण्यासाठी तुम्ही काय कराल?
Yeah, different initiatives can be taken for that.
ओके, थँक्यू.
To change the education, it takes a lot of time. So how much time will this take?
It will be a gradual change, and so we cannot make an immediate change in the education system. So it is good that we take more time, we make more research in it, and then bring the changes.
Yeah, and will you also just practical education, will it affect, or theoretical also?
It will be completely balanced, as we will have practical education also, as well as the theoretical education.
Okay.
My question remains the same, that if as a citizen of India, we are investing in some of the foreign industry which is settled in India, our money is indirectly going to that particular industry of different countries. So, the economy of our nation, which we are investing as a citizen, is draining to another country. How will it help in our economic growth?
They will pay us tax, right?
But that tax are really meager.
See, if we consider the taxation of foreign companies is 2% for 1 crore, and it will be 5% for about 10 crore. And the registered number of foreign companies right now is nearly 3,000. If we calculate it, a huge amount of income can be generated from the taxation alone.
But still, see, if you are making any industry in India, if you are rather supporting the startups in India itself, then it will be more beneficial, as the economy of India will get into India only, and this will increase our economic growth.
And that's why we will be having the Startup India Action Plan, which will also encourage the startups in India and encourage Indian people.
You are saying at the same time you will tell foreign countries to invest, at the same time you are providing startups. Somewhere the startup rate will decrease due to this plan, because have you thought about it?
See, government cannot think only of one way. It has to be multilateral. So we are providing with both the answers, that we will also have opportunities for Indian people, as well as we can have income from the outer countries.
You said that the change would be gradual.
कृपया
Then
आपली
what?
चर्चा 30 सेकंदांमध्ये पूर्ण करावे.
You said that the change would be gradual. Then what about the unemployment at that time while the change is occurring?
See, the change will be gradual for education system, and the unemployed people for that time will get training from Pradhan Mantri Prashikshan Yojana. They will get the training and they will be offered job opportunities.
So my question
will
was
you-
that how will you change the trends of fields to obtain an equilibrium in choosing the career of streams?
We will have counseling for that, as I mentioned in my speech, so that the mentality of people change about looking to their career.
But how will you
आपली
figure
वेळ
out how
संपलेली
to?
आहे. कृपया चर्चेला थांबावी. धन्यवाद. आता सत्ताधारी पक्षाने आपला ठराव सदनासमोर मांडावा.
I, Prime Minister of Bharat Lokavadi Party, urge the House to pass this resolution conditionless. Resolution includes implementation of schemes like Startup India Action Plan, Pradhan Mantri Prashikshan Yojana, encouraging foreign businesses to invest in India, bringing changes in education system, aptitude test for students, and career counseling and guidance. Our government have studied this problem thoroughly and found these solutions, which are of best interest of nation. I request all the opposition parties and parliament members to support us together build a glorious future to our beloved nation. Thank you.
पंतप्रधानांनी मांडलेल्या ठरावावरील मतदानासाठीची वेळ आता सुरू होत आहे. ठराव 17 विरुद्ध 7 मताने मंजूर करण्यात आला आहे असे आम्ही जाहीर करतो. माननीय सभापतींना मी विनंती करते की त्यांनी सत्ताधारी पक्षाने मांडलेल्या विषयाबद्दल मार्गदर्शन करावे.
आधीचा जो विषय होता रिटायरमेंटचं वय वाढवावं की नाही याच्यापेक्षा खूप मोठी व्याप्ती असलेला हा दुसरा विषय होता की रोजगार कसे निर्माण व्हावेत आणि बेरोजगारीच्या प्रश्नाचं काय. तर त्याच्याबद्दल जो मूळ प्रस्ताव मांडला गेला त्याच्यात वेगवेगळ्या अंगांनी अभ्यास केला होता. बेरोजगारीचे वेगळे वेगळे कारणं आणि ती कशामुळे होतात, स्किल मिसमॅचमुळे काय होतं, ऑटोमेशनमुळे काय होतं, रिसेशनमुळे काय होतं, या वेगवेगळ्या अंगांचा स्पष्टीकरण खूप चांगल्या पद्धतीने दिलं होतं. कोविडमध्ये काय झालं ह्याच्याबद्दलही सांगितलं गेलं. ह्या प्रश्नाचं उत्तर काढणं तितकंसं सोपं नाही आहे, पण तरी 5-6 अंगांनी त्याचा विचार केला गेला. स्टार्टअप्सना टॅक्स कन्सेशन द्यावं, लोन द्यावं, स्किल डेव्हलपमेंटचा विचार केला पाहिजे असं सांगितलं. स्किल डेव्हलपमेंटसाठी गव्हर्मेंट ट्रेनिंग कॅम्प्स करू शकेलपासनं वेबसाईट करू शकेलपर्यंतचे उपाय सुचवले गेले. एक थोडासा वादाचा मुद्दा जो निर्माण झाला होता त्याच्यावर 2 मिनटं मी सांगतो की परकीय कंपन्यांना भारतात गुंतवणूक करू दिली तर आपली इकॉनॉमिक शक्ती सगळी तिकडे निघून जाईल का. आणि इथे खूप लोकप्रिय उदाहरण आहे की ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी आली आणि त्यांनी भारताला लुटलं, अशा प्रकारचं आपल्या मनात ठसलेलं आहे. त्याच्यात 2 अंग आहेत. एक तर आपल्याकडे भांडवलाची कमी आहे, तर ते भांडवल बाहेर न आलं तर त्याचा उपयोग होतो. दुसरं, भांडवलामध्ये 2 भाग आहेत. एक सुरक्षित भांडवल आहे, दुसरं जोखमीचं भांडवल आहे. आणि जोखीम घेण्याची क्षमता जर कमी असेल तर चांगले उद्योग त्याच्यातनं निर्माण होऊ शकत नाहीत. तर जेव्हा एखादी परकीय कंपनी जोखीम घेऊन भारतामध्ये गुंतवणूक करते तेव्हा त्याचा फायदा त्यांना मिळाला तर चांगलं आहे, त्याच्यावर आपल्याला कर मिळेल. त्यांचा फायदा झाला नाही, त्यांचा तोटा झाला तर तो मात्र ते स्वतःच्या खिशातनं भरणार आहेत. आणि हा जोखमीचा भाग आपण समोर आणला पाहिजे. त्यामुळे काही गोष्टी ह्या परकीय गुंतवणुकीवर त्याला आपण उत्तेजन दिलं आणि त्याच्यात काही अटी अशा घातल्या की त्याच्यातनं निर्यात इतक्या प्रमाणात केली पाहिजे. फक्त भारताच्या बाजारपेठेवरच ते अवलंबून राहता कामा नये. दुसरं, भारतात गुंतवणूक केल्यामुळे आपल्याकडे रोजगार निर्माण होतो. ह्याचा पर्याय असा आहे की त्यांनी गुंतवणूक त्यांच्याच देशात केली आणि आपण पक्का माल त्यांच्याकडनं जर आयात केला तर आपलं खूप जास्त नुकसान होतं. तर ह्यातला समतोल साधणं आवश्यक आहे आणि मला वाटतं त्याच्याबद्दलची उत्तरं तुम्ही खूप चांगली दिली. धन्यवाद.